I already can't breathe.
I know. Why is it so hard already? Too much shit.
We made it to the trailhead, and there's nobody here. I didn't film anything in the state that we're in because I'm not giving anything away. But the trailhead looks good for a place we've never been, and we're excited. We have about, what'd you say, 2,900 feet?
2,900 vertical feet, as some would say. We're going to bomb up the mountain.
It's 2,900 vertical feet in about 2.5 miles, 3 miles, something like that. We're going to do it today with 60 pounds on our backs without water. We're only carrying enough water for today and tomorrow. We're going to come back down for water. Not all the way, but to a spring we think we located. And that's that. We'll see you up on the mountain. Lots of huffing and puffing and sweating to go.
You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
We'll kill something. Oh.
All right, so this is vlog episode 1, I guess. We are really kind of underestimated the slopes here. We're about a quarter into our hike, and we're about an hour in, so we're looking to get up to where we want to camp at about sunset. So not too bad for driving a bunch of hours today, but the hike's a little harder than we thought. It's hot. We're not used to the elevation, but it's working out. It's beautiful. No other trucks at the pull-off. Just saw somebody riding a side-by-side, but it looked like it was recreational on the drive up to us. We already saw a deer, seen a bunch of cows, but so far so good. My little boy Dylan's coming. It's a struggle getting up here, but I'll keep you all updated as we go. And hopefully we're glassing some deer tonight. Beautiful country. Beautiful country. All right.
Oh my gosh. I'm done.
Almost lost you, huh? What a weird fucking place we made it to.
Almost 3,000 feet. This is awesome. Dude.
You're gonna run over by elk in a minute.
I would not. Look how low that is over there.
I walked over there.
Did you?
What do you think, little Bill?
I'm excited. Thought I died yesterday, to be honest with you.
I think you did.
I think that's the hardest I ever pushed my body to do anything.
But we up here. We doing it.
Yeah, I think we got a couple game plans we're going to try out today. At least for scouting, finding water. If I can get rid of this cough.
Well, here we go. We camped up here for the night in this dry meadow. Looked like it might have had water, but it's dry. So today we're going to scout around this meadow area, see if there's a way to get to the top or not. I'm not sure if there is, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm heading up this ridge line to see if I can get to the top for a glassing point if we stay here. Dylan's going to look for water and check the ridge opposite of me. That's what we're doing for the morning. If we don't have any luck, hiking down, getting water, moving camp up another 1,000 feet, that'll get us close to the peak. So that's the plan. Today's just, it's more scouting for survival than scouting for hunting. But when you're hunting up here in the high country, that's what you have to do. Be looking for deer along the way. We think we found some elk sign too, so got that elk tag in my pocket. I'll kind of give you guys a rundown when I find a short spot. I know this is early into the video and we haven't really explained what we're doing, what we're hunting for, but it's high country muleys and elk. Elk in the high country, which is a little odd, but I was able to get a tag, so I wasn't going to leave that on the table. But this morning's pretty much just scouting for survival. Well, here I am talking to the camera again. I don't think our plan for this spot is going to work. The country's just way too big, and we're having a really hard time finding a way to the top. Dylan's searching the opposite ridge. I'm searching this ridge, and this ridge just gets cliffed out. So unless you brought a rock climbing gear, you're not climbing to the top of this one. But I'm in a hell of a glassing point. I can see everything in this basin, huge basin. I'm gonna do my best not to show it because I don't want people to know where we are. And a lot of people know things based off the landscape, and this would give it away because it's a huge basin with some distinct features. So I'm not gonna give it away. But good news is Dylan saw a 2x3 and a big 4-point right up from camp. Season opens tomorrow. So that's a good sign. Not sure how we're going to kill him, but he saw him. I guess he went up to the top. So there's big deer in the area. So far we have the mountain to ourselves. But high country mule deer 2024. We're doing it. We're high and we're dry and we have no water. But the season starts tomorrow. We're going to kill something. All right, catch you back. All right, we're not giving up. But we are moving camp. We just packed up camp and we're moving a little lower, a little closer to water. We're gonna kind of hunt them, not from the bottom up, but not from the top down like we were planning on it.
It's just impossible.
Yeah, it's about impossible.
I mean, we could do it. We'd only get a good day or two of hunting them until we have to come all the way back down to get water, and that's 2,000 feet. We were hoping to find water up here.
No water up here. Can't stay up here. We're going down. We get some water, set up camp a little bit lower. We'll be glassing tonight and hopefully finding some bucks for tomorrow.
did see a good 4x4 in the space.
We did see a nice buck that Dylan got some really, really amateur video
It'll
of.
be fine. It'll be fine.
So I'll splice that in at some point. Very, very little segments of it. Shoot him. Well, see him covered in flies, but we found some water. We got water. We're real low. The water situation sucks. It's like but that's what we're dealing with. So that's what we're gonna have to deal with. It's a shitty situation. We got all day to hike back up to camp. Hunt starts tomorrow. Let's do this thing. What are we doing, Dill Pickle?
Going to look for deer.
We
It almost looks like I killed something. I got blood all over me. Bloody nose. Bloody nose.
We've been bored as hell in the sun all day. The sun's still shining behind me, you can tell. But we're finally going to go up and glass. Dylan's going to glass some basins close to camp. I'm going to go up and around, see if I can find anything over there. Season starts tomorrow. We got to find some deer. That's it. The spot I'm going into, there's a possibility I could see or hear some elk too. So if they're here, I might be able to see or hear them. But keep you updated from the mountain. So far, the first day of scouting is not going so well.
Saw a big deer.
We did see a big deer. Well, this is the end of preseason scouting. Season opens tomorrow. Me and Dylan split up for the evening. I'm on top of a huge, kind of like a huge ridge overlooking a huge basin. Not really seeing much besides other hunters down below us. I can see one of the trailheads. It's packed full of trucks and side-by-sides. And then I can see like 4 guys glassing down below me, probably a mile away. But Dylan said he's been seeing some does, small bucks. I bumped into a small buck on the way up here. It's been a rough 2 days. Things aren't exactly going to plan, but hopefully tomorrow is a new day. The season starts tomorrow. I think we're going to kind of glass in the morning pretty close to camp, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned with us. If I get anything on the phone scope, you'll see it, but I'm not seeing much tonight. But we're going to get some sleep. We'll be up in the morning. I'll probably look real tired. We've done some hiking. All right.
To rip.
Well, it's opening morning. We made our way to a little glassing knob. It's really windy, so I'm going to try to make this quick, but me and Dylan split up. So far, 1 doe for me. I'm not sure what Dylan's seen. But if we see something on these ridges that we're glassing, they'll be pretty stalkable. And it's very windy, so that may help. But stay tuned. Hopefully we start seeing some bucks as soon as that sun comes over the top. Alright, I'm gonna let you go because it's windy. Well, first morning of glassing was pretty, how would you say, productive.
Laid eyes on 2 shooters?
Yeah, Dylan laid eyes on 2 shooters. And we have a plan for the midday, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go run some ridges, see if we can glass something up in its bed, see if we can kind of still hunt, sneak up on something. We're going to start at, 5 ridges down from our camp. We don't have it in us to not hunt all day, basically. We're really limited on water. We have about 2 days of water. So we're not just going to sit around camp all day. We're going to go see if we can find these deer. That's what we're going to do. So we'll see you up on the mountain, hopefully with some action. Currently, we are about to be running from a storm. We got to where we wanted to be, pretty much. So we could stalk down this ridge looking for deer, but there's a big storm rolling in. There's one hitting about half an hour, and then a real big one hitting in about 3 hours. So we're gonna hunker down in one of these little cuts, and hopefully our camp doesn't blow away because we're a couple miles away. But that's the story. All right, Dilly, what we got?
We're in cloud. Real thick cloud.
Fire is ripping, drying our stuff out.
It's soaked.
Everything is wet. We got caught in a heck of a rainstorm that came out of nowhere in a place that doesn't get rain very often, so that was cool. So right now we're drying all our stuff out. It's about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. Hopefully we can glass tonight, but right now we're literally in the clouds, so we're not sure how that's going to work. Hopefully it clears up, but so far it's been interesting. We did see a couple shooters today, even though they were high and out of our reach. Never know when they might come down. That's the plan. We're sticking with it, and hopefully these clouds go away. Well, for all the haters out there, say I'm talking to the camera too much. Here I go some more. It's windy, it's cold, We got another thunderstorm rolling in. Maybe I'm getting hammered today, which is so weird for this area. It's normally a pretty dry area, but they had storms all week. But freezing my balls off, and this storm's gonna hit an hour before dark, right in our perfect timing for glassing. So hopefully we can see something in the next half hour. But if not, it's gonna be more tent time. We've yet to try to cook up a Peaks meal in my tent yet. My tent's pretty small, so I don't know how the burners will work, but if I burn the tent down, royally fucked. But it's all right. Keep you guys informed if anything happens.
Brought to you by Beef Stroganoff.
Fire's ripping.
It is ripping.
Well, it's another glorious day in the high country. So far, nothing but does and fawns today. We had those crazy storms yesterday, crazy wind last night and this morning. It's finally calmed down, but we're just not seeing the bucks that we were hoping for. So we might move today or tomorrow, depending. If we move today, it's going to be a big move because we got to climb all the way down off this big mountain. Maybe hit up some low country to see if the deer are trying to stay out of this weather, stay out of this wind. We're not really sure. But we're just not seeing the bucks we wanted to. We've seen lots of little bucks. We did glimpse 2 shooters 2 different times, but they were way high and way far, pretty much impossible to get to. We tried to get to them the first day, but we got up super high, no water. There's no way for us to stay up there for more than a day with no water. So that's the update for this morning. It is only the second day of the season. We have lots of time to hunt left, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue glassing, but it's not looking so good this morning. All right, Dylan, let's give the people what they want.
Well, it's hotter than Satan out here. Satan himself.
We're dealing with some sweet shadows.
We're going up there. I don't know, how long is it? 1.5 miles or so?
Something like that.
Yeah. Hopefully find some water. We've seen some elk. Hopefully Isaac can shoot an elk.
Yeah,
Cool.
We've seen some elk way up high.
Yeah. Only going in for 2 days. Or only have enough for 2 days. So, didn't see, saw a lot of doe. No bucks though. So, they're probably in here somewhere. But, hopefully I can get over this little sickness I got.
Yeah, Dylan's got the HIV. Got the COVID.
I think so.
Let's do this thing.
It's not fun for hiking. I don't know how that even happens. You get sprayed with water.
That's why I don't like mine, because the pressure. Make sure it doesn't leak out.
I got a valve.
I'm going to keep this brief, but we have a drastic change of events. I don't know if I videotaped it all today, but we packed into a new spot. We glassed some elk and some deer this morning from way back towards the road. So we packed in a couple miles. Now we got a lone cow coming down across the canyon from us, but it looks like she might come up to the saddle that we're kind of sitting by. So this deer hunt's turning into an elk hunt real quick. But if I do shoot her, it's going to be a shitty pack out. I'll update more later. Well, not much has happened today, so I didn't really film too much, but coming down to Last Light here, we've got quite a few elk. Got 3 spike bowls down in front of us. I've been filming them for a while. But then way up behind us, there's a whole herd of cows. With my tag, I can shoot any elk, so these elk are across canyon from us. So in the morning, if they're still over there, I'm going to give it a play, but we only have enough water to hunt the morning, and then we got to pack out of here. This is a kind of a new experience for us, hunting where there's no water and packing miles in with just the water that we can carry. So it's tough. I don't know if anybody else has any suggestions, but we can only really carry like enough water for a day or two. So that's the story. We haven't even set up camp yet. We dropped our camp stuff in like a little saddle below us, so we're going to be setting that up in the dark, which is going to suck. But this is what we're doing. I'm going to film these spikes some more. Maybe let the old Matthews eat tomorrow on one of them spikes. Alright, stay tuned.
Mule. Trying to make a cow bed. Lure the deer into bed down here. There's absolutely no place you can't.
Yeah, we were wise not set up camp before we started hunting. So we're going to camp in this little saddle and make all the noise in the world. Hopefully those husks are still there. That's about all I got tonight.
probably one of the biggest frame deer we've seen.
Probably. Well, we found our shooter. He is a big deer. Big deer. Looks like a big 4x4. Kind of weak on the one side, but his other side is huge. Right now we're making a plan to get over there and to make something happen. We'll see, it's going to be tough. We're out of water, almost. We don't know if there's any water down there for us to grab. So we'll kind of play it by ear. But something's happening, and that's good. We watched him go into where we think he bedded. He's in an accessible spot, pretty much. But we're going to make a plan. We're going to go in after him. We got a game plan for this buck. He's a big 4x4. Dylan spotted, so he's going for the stalk. We got good wind. Wind's coming at us. This buck is cross canyon, kind of eye level with us. But he's got a pretty big hump. He's got to go back down to camp, cross a pretty good canyon, and then go up and try to get up behind him. The only bad thing is that buck had 3 does with it. And there was another small buck we spotted, but we don't know where he bedded down. But that buck went straight into a dark timber. We saw where he went in. I'm over here watching to see if he comes out. And I can kind of glass this whole area. So if he comes out and starts heading my way, I can cross canyon, watch him bed, and go from there. So we'll see what happens. It's our only play. Also, while Dylan's in the bottom, hopefully he can find water. Because we have to leave midday today if he can't find water, because we are pretty much out. I have half a Nalgene. He might have a whole Nalgene. But it's getting windy up here. I'm going to keep glassing, see if I can get eyes on that buck if he comes out. That's a story, so stay tuned. Big 4x4. Probably one of the biggest bucks we've seen in this area. Definitely the biggest buck we've seen here. So we're pumped. We're excited. Stay tuned. Well, it appears the jig is up. I was glassing down while Dylan was trying to get down into position. He bumped a whole shitload of cows. When those cows freaked out, that buck freaked out. He went up a while, stared down at those cows for probably 20 minutes. It then ran over the ridge, but still on our side of the canyon, into some dark timber and some rocks, and not really sure what happened to him, but we lost sight of him. While all that was going down, a cow elk came running through this saddle that I'm sitting on, and I almost got a shot. She came to about 50 yards probably, but she never stopped. She was huffing and puffing. She had to get blown over from, I'm assuming, the next canyon from somebody. She was huffing. But I'm going to glass a little bit. Dylan's in the bottom looking for water. If he doesn't find any, we got to pack out of here today, which sucks. But this is some tough country. That was a nice buck. All sorts of video of him I'll splice in. Damn. There's still does where he was. So, for whatever reason, he just got buggered and they didn't. But that's why they get big, I guess. All right, back to glassing. I'm getting real good at these videos of me missing. Wouldn't be a Western trip if I didn't miss an animal. Son of a bitch. So my plan worked out perfectly. Too perfectly. Sorry about this wind, but I had glassed 3 elk coming down off this mountain behind me. And I'm sitting in this saddle, and I knew, because all the elk we've been seeing have been coming right through the saddle, I knew they were going to come down in this saddle. I thought they were going to cross right in front of me, but they ended up going higher and coming straight at me. I had my 1-pin slider, of course. A lot of Western guys don't use 1-pins for this reason. Set to 45, because that's the saddle. It's where they were going to cross. It's where those cows crossed earlier. And it was going to be perfect. There was a 3-pointer. It was like a 3x2, like a big spike, basically. Spike with a little palmation at the end. But they went higher up the ridge from me and came straight down at me. Of course, I got it all on video. I drew back. I was probably drawn back for longer than I'm used to. There's 2 cows and that 3-point spike, whatever he is. I had a perfect shot at a cow at 45. Almost took it, but that spike 3-pointer dude was coming behind her. And he decided to walk straight at me. I had my slider set to 45. And he got to about 20 yards. And I aimed a little bit low, and I think it launched right between his legs. I couldn't quite tell. but I think it launched right between his legs. Arrow went skipping off into the distance. I got it all on video. I was able to run up. Yeah, sorry about this wind. I was able to run up and glass him, and he definitely wasn't hit. Couldn't find my arrow. In the video, you can see it skipping off the rock, so I don't know where that went. It's going to be screwed up anyway. But that's it. They went down below. We're officially out of water. This was a good spot. Big buck, bunch of elk. I don't know if we'll pack back into this spot or not, because it is tough with all this elevation, no water. But we'll see. I get down to camp, see what's going on down there with Dylan, and go from there. That's a story. Another miss for me. Damn it.
We're in devil's anus right now.
Yes, we are. They can't hear you because it's too windy. But
I don't wanna.
I think your face says it all.
It's 100 degrees.
I'm just gonna point this at the sun, burn out the retina of the camera, because that's what today is. Sun.
There's deer and elk though.
Deer and elk.
Big deer, small elk. Got a chance to shoot either.
Big deer, tiny elk. And go. still there.
I'm not. I'm going mentally and physically.
Well, it's been a long day already. I'm hot. We had to hike out to get water today. But I'm back up in my saddle. And I've already got elk below me. It sounds like a cow going crazy. So maybe that'll attract a bull. But if I get a nice shot at a cow, I'm taking it. We actually have enough water to where we could stay and butcher it and bag it out without dying. So it's a little better than earlier today. But I'm going to see what this cow does. Maybe she'll come up to my saddle, or maybe I'll go down. I got about an hour and a half until dark. But things are looking up. Dylan's way behind me on another ridge, trying to class that buck up we saw this morning. So things are looking up. Stay tuned. Well, that's another end to a day in the high country. Today was a ball buster, but chased some elk this afternoon. They're actually right on this ridge behind me. It looked like 2 cows and a calf. But I'm pretty confident that there'll be some elk coming through this spot in the morning. So that's what I'm going to hope for. Pretty much now, I need to hike back down to camp, make some food, get some food in me. Meet up with Dylan, see what he saw for the evening. But then tomorrow morning, same plan. But we're way up here. It's high, it's dry. There's big bucks and tiny elk, but I'll take a tiny elk. But that's checking out for this day of hunting. We'll see you guys in the morning. All right. It is the next morning, and I've spotted a spike elk, and I think he's in a good place for a stalk. He's feeding in some green stuff, and he's working towards me, so I'm going to work towards him. If he keeps feeding there, I think I can get pretty close. A little bit different. Something for this morning. Nice little elk stalk. Let's see what we can do. Besides that, it's just been a few little deer and some cow elk way above me. But I'm going to rip it, then I'm going to come back to my saddle. I'll let you know. Well, this dog did not go as planned. I got down low, probably about the same level as him, and I looked down and there's a cow 100 yards away staring at me, barking. So it had to be that same group of 2 spikes and a cow that we saw the other day. She barked at me for 20 minutes. I edged a little bit closer, but then he went with her and they pieced out to Kansas, basically. They went that way up and over. Now, I guess we got to pack up camp and get out of here, out of this place. Not sure what we're going to do for the rest of the trip. We got plenty of time. We've got all the time in the world. But we're not sure what that's going to entail. We don't know if we're going to do some day hunting. This whole backcountry hunting with no water thing is pretty much impossible because you can only carry water for a couple days. But not to sound like a broken record, but that's where we're at right now. We'll see what happens. Keep you updated. Maybe we'll run into something. We'll see. Stay tuned. Daily update. I think it's day 4 of the season, 5, 6 of the season, something like that. We took the past 24 hours off, basically. Regrouped, showered, laundried, and we're going into some different shit to see what's going on. Looks like we're gonna be hunting in the desert.
BFE.
Yeah, so this trip started in kind of Highcountry, and now we're going to the desert. So hopefully we can find some mule deer out here. Definitely don't think there's any elk. Maybe, but probably not. Some sort of desert elk. That's the story today. Trying to find a little oasis in the desert. See what happens.
Get out of the wind.
Out of the wind. 100-mile-an-hour winds today.